The Ferrari FX's engine is at the heart of what makes this car such a remarkable and historically significant machine, combining Ferrari's legendary FLAT-12 powerplant with cutting-edge technology for its time. The FX was built around the same 4.9-liter FLAT-12 engine that powered the Ferrari 512M, the last and most advanced version of the Testarossa series, which had been Ferrari's flagship model throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s. This naturally aspirated engine featured a displacement of 4,943 cubic centimeters and delivered around 440 horsepower at roughly 6,750 revolutions per minute, paired with a torque figure of around 500 Nm, giving the car strong mid-range performance and a thrilling high-revving character. The Flat 12, also known as a 180-degree V12 layout, was chosen because it allowed Ferrari to keep the engine very low in the chassis, reducing the car's center of gravity and improving weight distribution and handling balance. Its mechanical design featured double overhead camshafts per cylinder bank and 4 valves per cylinder, a layout that allowed excellent breathing at high RPM and gave the engine its free-revving nature. The sound of the FX's Flat 12 was one of its most memorable characteristics, producing a signature howl that started as a deep growl at low RPM and built into a screaming, mechanical symphony as the needle approached redline. Unlike the V8 Ferraris of the time, the Flat 12 had a smoother, more exotic tone, and with the FX's special exhaust setup, it sounded even more like a race car than its siblings. What truly set the Ferrari FX apart from other Ferraris of its era, however, was the way its engine was paired with a groundbreaking transmission system. Rather than the traditional dated 5-speed manual gearbox that was iconic in Ferraris of the period, the FX featured a Williams-developed 7-speed sequential gearbox operated via steering wheel-mounted paddle shifters. This was a revolutionary step, as it predated Ferrari's first production paddle shift car, the F355 F1, by a couple of years. The system worked by allowing drivers to simply flick a paddle to change gears without using the clutch pedal, letting them keep both hands on the wheel while driving at high speeds. This setup kept the engine in its optimal power band, delivering seamless and lightning-fast shifts that improved acceleration and lap times while giving drivers an F1-like experience on the road. The combination of the high-revving FLAT-12 engine and the advanced gearbox meant the FX was not just a rebodied 512M but a technological preview of Ferrari's future. Performance figures were never officially released because the FX was a private project for the Sultan of Brunei, but experts estimate a top speed between 315 and 330 km per hour and a 0 to 100 km per hour sprint in roughly 4 seconds thanks to the improved weight distribution and the faster gear changes provided by the sequential transmission. The engine bay itself was presented beautifully, with a bespoke engine cover featuring glass inserts that allowed viewers to admire the mechanical masterpiece beneath, turning the engine into part of the car's visual drama. Lightweight materials such as aluminum and carbon fiber were used in the construction of the FX's body and components, meaning that the engine had less mass to propel, further enhancing acceleration and responsiveness. In many ways, the FX's engine and drivetrain setup represented Ferrari's transition from the analog era of dated manuals and purely mechanical driving to the digital era of electronically controlled gearboxes and Formula One technology on the road. The car's engine management system was tuned specifically for the FX to work in harmony with the sequential gearbox, making it smoother and